Hello and welcome back to the Monday Night Spurs show, live on YouTube every Monday at 9 p.m, except in the international breaks. We didn't do an episode last week because of the international break, and it was a bit of a strange week or a couple of weeks with Newcastle takeover. There was so much we couldn't predict. We didn't know if Bruce was going to get sacked. We didn't know when the takeover was going to get completed. The Argentinians and the Brazilians, Colombians, we didn't know if they were going to be fit. And then we had the mystery COVID cases the other day. So yeah, last week would have been a right nightmare episode, and all we would have done was probably moan about Enoch in the transfer window. So it's probably best we give last week a miss. Joining me tonight, we've got Gary. How are you doing, Gary?
Yep, I'm all good as always. How you doing, Till?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm very delighted to see us back-to-back wins. So
yeah,
we haven't done that since early September. But yeah, so let's talk about the game yesterday. Newcastle 2. I don't know how they got 2. It's ridiculous. Tottenham Hotspur 3. Let's have a look at the lineup. What did you make of the lineup yesterday?
Yeah, I believe that was the same team that beat
Villa.
I think you blocked me out a bit there. So let's move forward. Yeah, I think that was the same team that beat Villa actually. So I think he's just gone with his instinct and said it's not. It won a losing side last time out, so providing they're fit, he's going to start the same team. I mean, for me, I mean, before the match, obviously, I probably would have dropped in Ndombele and brought in Lo Celso. But apart from that, I don't think I would have changed much. In all fairness, I think some fans were shouting for Gil to have a start.
Yeah.
But apart from that, nothing major I would change. I think that could be Nuno's strongest starting 11 going forward now.
Yeah, I think one thing we've already seen, the 4-3-3 clearly didn't work for Nuno. It just wasn't a Tottenham formation, and our midfield's just not good enough. You know, I think when you got a side like Liverpool and they're 4-3-3, they're experts at it. But when you've got 60-minute players in like Ndombele, although he did complete 90 minutes, and Lo Celso, they get subbed off. So the three you start with in midfield most games, they don't even last the 90 minutes. So it just don't work. But for me in the lineup, I was happy with the lineup. I'm glad you mentioned Lo Celso because he had a good game against NS Mora. He scored that very good goal. I think the second goal. He scored a very good goal. I think he got 2 or 3 assists for Harry Kane when he got the hat trick. And he hasn't had a look in since then. He didn't play against. I don't think he played. Did he play against Villa?
I believe he came off the bench. But saying about Lo Celso, I think he had a good game for Argentina. Well, good few games for Argentina. I think he got an assist for Messi's goal.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, yeah.
So I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get to see Lo Celso start yesterday. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be Ndombele or Lo Celso, another manager that isn't able to get Ndombele and Lo Celso on the pitch at the same time. It just doesn't work. Another one, I don't think Ndombele and Dele Alli can play together either because they're a bit lazy, to be honest with you.
Different players. I mean, one's got skill and talent, and the other one just static recently. But he weren't always though. He was quite a lively player when he first signed. Obviously, Dele. But yeah, recently I think Nuno's just had enough of it. I think we've had enough of it. Just his staticness, just being still, not moving.
Yeah.
You know, at least with Ndombele, he does move. I mean, whether he's fit enough to do it or not, but he does move and he does. You know, try and create something in the midfield.
Yeah, one thing with Ndombele, if he's not moving, he actually does at least create space, like on the spot, which is pretty. We saw it in the corner flag last night. He didn't really want to move, but he still had the skill and the ability to get the ball out of that situation. But yeah, I'm so glad Dele's been dropped out of the team. The tempo of play is a lot more livelier. You know, we look a lot more. I say a lot more, but it's not the biggest improvement. But we look a lot much better side without Dele Alli in the side. Just looking at the subs bench again, no Joe Rodon on the bench. I'm not sure what's going to go on with Rodon. I see no Matt Doherty on the bench. I think someone put a tweet up yesterday that we had like £80 million worth of players not in the squad yesterday. In Doherty, Rodon, Sessegnon, Jack Clark.
Yeah.
So shows you the amount of money we've wasted. But yeah, let's talk about the game itself then. a shocking start. What did you think when Callum Wilson scored again? What did you think?
Yeah, I think. I think what it is, obviously, the build up to the game was electric for Newcastle fans. You know, they was at home, first home game since the new era. It was just basically a new life for them. So the 2 minutes, you know, they scored a goal and the atmosphere was just loud. But yeah, when the first goal went in, I went, oh God, here we go. It's going to be one of them days, I think. But yeah, I mean, we fought back. Got the equaliser after 15 minutes. So, but yeah, I was quite surprised to see us go 3-1 up at half time. Really dominant, like really dominant after they scored. I think it just shows now that when the opposition do concede, we really do fight on. We really do try and get that equaliser, try and get back in front or whatever. But no, it's good to actually see that these players are putting in some fight when we do go down.
Yeah, there was one stat I read earlier on from BBC Sport. They said this is the fourth occasion when Tottenham have conceded in the first 2 minutes, we've come back and fought back and won the game. They said, I think there was a game against Bournemouth, we conceded in the first minute.
Yeah.
And we come back and turn that around. The Man United game, the Fernandes penalty, and then we won that 6-1. I think the other one was the Southampton game, but I can't, unless that was the 5-2 game. Was it the 5-2 game?
Yeah, I don't remember scoring them early though. I think it was like 20 odd minutes in, 30 minutes in. But it might have been early. It might have been maybe 10 or 15. I can't remember. I don't remember it being mega early though.
Yeah, it might not have been that game. It was definitely Southampton, but might not have been that game. But yeah, that was the. But to turn it around is quite impressive.
Yeah.
Go on, mate. Go on.
What's that?
Sorry, I interrupted your thought. My dad's just got in the chat. Palace have equalised. George is in the chat as well. Palace are level against Arsenal.
It's Arsenal. That's it. Keep us updated, people. Yeah. Who scored? We need to know who scored. Who scored?
Yeah, I mean, we've not got it. I've not got it on.
No, I've not got it. I've got nothing on either. So you guys have got to keep us updated.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the game yesterday. We've gone a bit all over the place with the game. One thing I was amazed about. I had a bet yesterday. John Joe Shelby to get booked and Matt Ritchie to get booked. And I don't know how Matt Ritchie didn't get booked.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, I had my instinct. I had a feeling even before the match that John Joe Shelby was going to get sent off. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling he was going to get a red card. He's that sort of player, but he was on the bench, so I thought I won't put a bet on because he might come on. He probably won't even get carded, but he did. He got the 2 yellows there. Obviously, Reguilon cleaned through. I think he was going to score if he was through Reguilon, but yeah, I had a feeling he was just going to get a red card for some reason or other.
Have you seen the chat? Who scored?
Benteke. Wow. Okay.
So long way. Let us know what minute they're in. I'm going to guess it's about an hour played now. But back to Newcastle game. Harry Kane off the mark. They to see Harry Kane score. So
yeah, same.
It's probably the worst bit of form I've seen Harry Kane in. The hat trick against Mora is quite hard to judge. He has looked very, lackadaisical. I didn't even watch the England-Hungary game. I just wasn't watching it in national.
Didn't even watch the Andorra game either. Just wasn't interested.
So it's been a weird one with Harry Kane. I'm not sure if he's just he is confident in himself and he knows he's going to get a chance, but it's been a weird one for me. There does seem to be something missing with him. He doesn't seem to be putting his weight about as much as he normally would.
Yeah, it's a strange one with Harry. I don't know. Maybe he has got his heart set away from the move, but I think as the professional that he is, I think he's just going to carry on and just do his job as a footballer, as a goal scorer, like he does. So he's not usually one who sort of. I think he's quite keeps his cards close to his chest, so he doesn't reveal all how he's really feeling. But obviously, he talks to the media a lot. Says he's good. Says he's concentrated. But I think just for this season. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think just see how he does for this season. I know it has been slow, but he's had slow starts before. I mean, some of the slow starts has ended up being Golden Boot winner. So, maybe this just generally is a slow start. I think new manager, new system. I think it's just something we've got to get used to. But let's just see. I think he will score more. He won't end up with, minimal amounts this year. I think he will score plenty more. He'll get double digits again.
That's a really good point you said about the change of system. Because Nuno's had to completely change the system already. Because the 4-3-3 arguably did work when we had Bergwijn, Son, and Lucas up front.
Yeah.
But the 4-3-3 didn't work when we started playing Harry Kane there.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting how he's got to rotate it. I guess we should mention then the Newcastle fan and the cardiac arrest. It was like, here we go again. I mean, as Spurs fans, we've had Muamba and Ericsson.
Yeah.
Another fan, I'm sure, and Justin Edinburgh.
So,
I mean, we can't hide away from these cardiac arrests at the moment. We know.
Nah.
But it's frightening. What did you think?
Well, you say that as well. We had a school friend as well who was a Spurs fan.
Yeah, it's nice. Horrible. Absolutely. Horrible.
Yeah. So it's just I don't know what's happening. It's just us and, like you say, cardiac arrests. But yeah, I mean, from what I've heard though, the fan did make a recovery in a stable condition, which is good. But obviously, class from Reguilon and Dyer though. I mean, Reguilon spotted what was going on, and by the sound, he said to the ref, "We need to stop playing. The fan there needs attention. We can't play." So they got the defib on as well. So yeah, it was just class from us, from the players there as well, and that could have, and obviously, as that saved his life.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I saw it, I thought it was racism. I thought Reguilon was pointing to like something racist happening in the crowd. It was really bizarre because Sky didn't pick it up until everyone knew what was happening, and then the atmosphere really changed.
My reaction, because it was showing Son taking the corner, and there was this loud roar, and everything, and I thought Son, the ball was just off the quadrant for the corner there. But when I saw it, I went, "Nah, it's well on the quadrant." But and then Reguilon come over to the ref and said, like, pointing at something. But yeah, I thought the same. I didn't know if there was a missile thrown or a racist gesture or something. I don't know, but obviously, that's what it was. It was a fan taken ill. So so it was quite another horrific moment. But luckily, the fans pulled through, so we're quite pleased with that.
I mean, it took 23 minutes, but for the situation to get resolved and the fan to be safe and for the game to get resumed is fair play. I mean, Dyer and Reguilon, everyone did play their part yesterday.
Definitely
get that game back on that quickly, and then to play the 7 minutes injury time, and then have half time. But I didn't think the game would go back on. I really didn't. So it was a weird one with the Denmark game with Ericsson. I know, but even that was just a really strange scenario. But yeah, very, very strange to see how quickly it all happened yesterday, and to get a game of football back on. But Spurs capitalised with Son scoring, and my dad's raved about it today, but he was really impressed with the passage of play leading up to the goal. I think Lucas to Harry Kane and then Son to score. He said there's good signs there from Spurs and like something that we look at.
I mean, on my Instagram page yesterday, I said my man of the match was Reguilon. I've noticed he's been more of an advanced attacking left back.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, he done really well against Saint Maximin yesterday. Obviously, Saint Maximin's the danger man for Newcastle, but for me, I think Reguilon handled him really well, and I think maybe obviously Reguilon, if he was clean through, if Shelby never, like I said, if Shelby never took him out, I think Reguilon would have gone on and scored there. But I think he deserves a goal. I think he was superb yesterday. Saying that, I think Ndombele played better than Saint Maximin yesterday.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like Ndombele with Saint Maximin. It's like you got the fast version and the slow version. They're almost the same type of player, the way they move and get out of situations. But Saint Maximin's just got the legs. It's really strange.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they both got a good shot on them as well. I mean, Ndombele, I mean, we talk about his capabilities of a player, someone who's a slick midfielder, someone who's like got the skill, got that Moussa Dembele type frame about him. But his goals as well. I mean, his goal he scored yesterday, right in the top corner, absolutely rifled it in. Was a great finish, really good finish there. Yeah, and there was a couple of other chances as well. I was screaming at the screen that he had acres. He had absolute acres. Like he could have. I mean, if he did have if he was a regular goal scorer and scored goals like Harry Kane, I think there's another chance there. He should have scored there. I think he could have done, but again, he's aiming for the top corner every time. I've noticed.
Yeah, that's
But
true. That's very
yeah,
true.
he does
Yeah.
aim for it. But yeah, his shooting's quite decent actually. So if he can add some goals to his name this season, we'll have a nice goal scoring midfielder like what Dele Alli used to be.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because with that he's also scored against Wolves in the League Cup,
Yeah,
and Lo Celso's chipping in with a few goals now in Conference League.
yeah,
So it's nice to see some players actually chipping in. I think that's where Delhi's lacking. I mean, he's got 2 penalties and doesn't even look close to scoring. I don't think he even has a shot. I've not seen him have a shot in a long time. But nice to see a few players chipping in. And Lucas as well, he's creating a lot more. Yeah, he had a good chance in the second half with the header.
yeah.
Not
Yeah,
so.
he was now that header that hit the crossbar as well.
Yeah, that's Lucas
That
Moura all over.
was
That is
yeah,
a trademark.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, second half was a bit of a strange one. We dominated. Didn't really go for the killer goal to try and kill the game off. Yeah, what did you think then when Eric Dyer scored that own goal?
Oh God, it was just unnecessary nervy moments once again. But I think, but what I saw from the last 3 or 4 minutes of the match, it's like they didn't push on Newcastle.
Yeah,
I think I don't know what it was. I think where they were too exposed at the back, they were weak at the back. So I think they just needed to keep cool. But I think they literally were going to wait till the last like 30 or 40 seconds when they throw every player up the other end of the pitch. But the thing is, I think where they were so weak at the back because we was catching them on the counter attack really well, and it's like they were just chasing us back. But yeah, I think any other team, if they had 11 players, it might have been a different story. So I think with the 10 men, it might have made a difference. But luckily we saw the game out, and yeah, more importantly, bringing back 3 points because otherwise you go there, you lose, and it's just a long way home.
I've got 2 comments in the chat to look at, so I'm guessing there's a goal. Oh no, it's not a goal. It's not a goal. And Ndombele is only playing 60% ability wise. Same with the Celso. That's what's frustrating. It's true. I don't think fans would be as critical because we know how good they could both be. There's definitely a lot of potential there. Where if Dele Alli, I don't think anyone expects Dele to reach that level what he was at. When he was running into the box, last minute headers, and we've seen that. I think that's gone with Dele now. But with Ndombele and the Celso, I think we're still a lot more hopeful.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance for Dele to come back. He's welcome to try hard, just like what Lo Celso and Ndombele are doing. But I don't know, maybe Dele's fed up of being at Tottenham. But yeah, I think look, obviously we'll talk about the game on Thursday in a moment. But I think we'll probably see Dele in the game on Thursday. But but then again, this is the reason why Mourinho dropped him all the time. Maybe he is lazy. Maybe he's not as good as he used to be.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. We've got another comment here. This time is from Chris. Chris says, surely we need to be more proactive or attacking. We struggled to hold on to a 2-goal lead. But it's true. Saying that, it happened with the Wolves game. We went 2-0 up, didn't we, in the League Cup?
Yeah.
And we nearly bottled that. That went to pens. But it's strange. Tottenham, when we get like a 2-goal margin, we think this is easy. And we just take our foot off the gas. When you look at Watford, Liverpool going for 5. They don't take their foot off the gas. Liverpool go for it. I mean, that's what we need to do. It's like as footballers and as attackers, like, don't you want to score? Don't you want to get on the score sheet? And it's really, it's the worst trait of Spurs when they sit back and just try and knock it about and run down the clock because it never works for Tottenham, does it?
No, definitely not. But yeah, I mean, could have done what Aston Villa done there at the weekend.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Yeah, that was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. A bit of a Harry Kane moment for Ruben Neves there with that free kick.
Yeah,
deflected free kick.
Free kick either, was it?
No, it was a deflected free kick in the last minute in the back of the net, one on the game. Oh my God, absolute sins. We've been there. I've been there. I've been in the away end there when Kane scored that free kick. And it was absolute scenes there. So, but yeah,
Speaking of free kicks, Harry Kane still on free kick duty. Another free kick.
Yeah.
It's the wall. It's getting. Well, we know what to expect now with Harry Kane and free kicks. But Adam says, brought back good memories, great memories.
Oh, he's talking about the Villa one. Yeah, that was a laugh. That was brilliant. Good away day. That I enjoyed it.
But yeah, I've not done Villa Park yet. I love to do Villa Park. Looks like a proper old school ground still. Let's talk about the Newcastle takeover then before we talk about the teas. So, what's your thoughts on the takeover in general?
Well, I mean, people have just come in, and Newcastle are now a multi-billion pounds club now. The thing is, will it ruin football? Does that mean Newcastle are probably going to be the best team in the world? They can literally buy anyone for any price. The question is, would any of our players be affected? Would they had their heads turned? Maybe would they look at Harry Kane? Would they look at Son? Oliver Skip.
I think you're thinking too high up because Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher were talking about it on the overlap, and they were saying, the overlap. Gary Neville's YouTube.
Yeah.
They were talking about how Premier League clubs will try and actually mug Newcastle off and try and offer them players, and I thought Dele Alli would be a perfect one. Try and offer Dele Alli, like, go on, you can have him for 20 mil. When really, right now, we'd probably take 20 mil for Dele Alli.
Yeah.
I think Dele is one that could definitely go to Newcastle. I know they got Joe Willock, but I think Dele would be a bit of a. It's quite a big name signing for him. I mean, he used to be a class player. Chris says we always look better attacking. At least if you get caught out, you show the will to win when attacking the game, and that's something we didn't do with Mourinho. We just didn't put the intent, and then when it's too late, we try and attack, and it's just like, why didn't you do this in the first place?
Exactly. Yeah.
Same thing. My dad says once we have settled on form, back four, the confidence will filter forward. So, what have you made of the back four and the full backs? What do you think of Emerson now and Romero? What have you made of Romero? I was quite impressed with Romero yesterday.
Yeah, I like him. I do like him. I think with Romero as well. I think he played like on the Thursday night or Friday morning, whatever it was, whatever our time zone is compared to theirs, and obviously played yesterday. But yeah, I think he's really started to settle in now. He looks a tough cookie as well. He looks. He got absolutely clattered yesterday, but you know what? He got on with it. He just got up. Proper old school defender. Someone who's got and he looks like the sort of bloke who bullies centre forwards.
Yeah,
I reckon he sort of pesters them a bit in their ear as well, just puts them under a bit of pressure because I think he done that for Argentina against who they play. Was it Paraguay or someone or Bolivia? Someone missed the penalty.
Yeah, I saw the clip. Yeah,
someone missed the penalty, and even Otamendi really wound them up. And I think that's the sort of player we need. He does fly with a lot of tackles and does get booked for it at times, but we've lacked this. We thought a player like Alderweireld and Vertonghen were the answer, but in the few years they were there together, they sort of declined a bit. Yeah, probably just lacked the aggression.
The last couple of years, we've almost gone for these luxury centre backs. They look all right, look quite promising. When really, we just want an old school defender. No nonsense. Yeah. You defend first. Don't worry about playing it out. We want you to defend and be the defender of Tottenham. And he's very aggressive, Romero.
Yeah, he is. We've lacked that at the back.
Sometimes I think there was a instance yesterday. He almost got too close. I think it was to Joelinton.
Yeah,
he could have easily turned him if he had the ability, Joelinton. So I am a bit worried about Romero still, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. I know Adam said he's not sure in him still, is he? Adam's But you think he'll come through, Romero?
Yeah, I think so. He's showing early glimpses of being that centre back that we wanted, and I also believe as well that he's bringing out the best of Eric Dyer. I mean, take away the silly own goal, but the rest of the game, I think Dyer played well, and I think maybe Dyer needed that better centre back partner. There was talks about Romero playing with a leader, but maybe Dyer's learning from him and actually being better because when you get. When Eric Dyer's usually in the team, we usually worry. It's like, is he going to have a good day? Is he going to have a bad day?
Yeah.
But I think like I said, take away the own goal. The rest of the game was good for Dyer. And I think him and Romero, they could probably form that partnership at the back.
Yeah, no, I like the look of it a lot more. I mean, loads of people keep saying Tanganga and Roden, but they're not ready yet. I mean, especially I can't go for another season of experimenting this back four.
No.
I'll definitely stick with Romero and Dyer for now. Chris has said, you can read this one out. I don't want to read this one out.
It's the lizard people taking over. LOL. That woman is straight out of Doctor Who.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's a funny old looking woman, isn't she? That Amanda Stavley, whatever her name is.
yes. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment. But oh yeah, did you see Ant and Deck yesterday?
Yeah, they were. I mean, blimey. Yeah, that really took the piss yesterday. I was watching the coverage on NBC Sport, and obviously because it's American, I think the presenters were actually British, and the woman hosting it had to explain who Ant and Deck were.
Yeah.
And they were actually sitting on the same side like they usually do. Ant on the left, Deck on the
right. Yeah. So finish off with the Newcastle. I'll ask you, if you who do you think Newcastle should sign as their first signing? So, but realistically, so not Mbappe and all that. And then if you could get rid of one Tottenham player to Newcastle, who would it be?
Who do I think Newcastle would sign? It's a strange one, really. I think realistically they could easily go for someone like Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, good shout. Yeah,
I think Aaron Ramsey, but I think if we had to sell a player, I'd probably sell Dele Alli. But I think they probably won't go for someone like Dele Alli. I think they want someone better. I mean, they've got the money to do so. But the thing is, who would they fancy? That's the question. I reckon in the next year or two's time, I reckon they might look at Oliver Skip.
I don't say that.
I reckon they will. I think they will. They will look. I mean, they've got the money to do so. I mean, if Skip's a passionate Tottenham fan like he says he would, then he won't have his head turned. But I don't know. We've seen it happen before. But
what about if they come in for Harry Winks? What would you accept? How much?
Oh, they can have him for nothing. They can have him for nothing. Yeah, I just hope they just turn around and say, like, you can have £250,000 a week. But the thing is, saying about this, now that Daniel Levy knows about this takeover, if Newcastle came in for someone like Kane, he's going to ask more than what he charged Man City. So he can easily ask £200 million.
Yeah.
And if they want him, they're going to pay him that money. But the thing is with Kane, if he went to Newcastle in January or even next season, it just shows that Kane would only go for the money. I mean, I know they said about their ambition, they want to win the Premier League within the next 5 to 10 years. But by the time that happens, Kane would be like in his early to mid 30s.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't. He'll be at somewhere else. Maybe he might be at Man City by then. We don't know.
Yeah, but I think Kane's got a much better chance of winning trophies with Spurs before Newcastle even get into the top four. I think they're about 5-6 seasons off before they get into the top four. I think they've got a long way to go.
It will take a while, but the thing is, I mean, they have signed some marquee signings before. I remember when Alan Pardew was in charge, they'd signed players like Kabayi, they'd signed Demba Ba, and all them type of players, and they were really good. I mean, Colaccini went there as well.
Oh yeah, good shout.
It was a massive player for them as well, and he was loved. He's a legend up there. But they have signed the odd marquee player here and there. I mean, I remember Obafemi Martins signed for them, and he was class.
Yeah, he scored that rocket against us. Remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's probably the best goal I think I've seen from an away team. But yeah, they do have the ability to bring in that odd marquee signing even when Ashley was in charge. But now they can sign who they bloody well like now. But they need the ambition to match it. It's all right saying we've got all this money, but they want to go there and make a name for themselves.
Then finally, I said this was the last question. This is the last question. Do you think Newcastle will stay up this season?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they will stay up. I think come January, I think January would save them. See, I think when the takeover took place, obviously we wasn't expecting any drastic changes from the team. It's still the same team, but I think if there was going to be a change, it was going to be the manager. I thought Steve Bruce was going to be gone. And probably someone like Conte, well, not even Conte, maybe someone like Brendan Rodgers was going to come in and take over. But I don't know who would take over Newcastle at the moment. But come January, come the end of the season, if they are still in the Premier League, obviously it's going to be a different story.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I thought they would have at least got someone in for the Spurs game, even if it was the caretaker manager.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if it was like Eddie Howe till the end of the season, it would have been, they would have done the job for him. The comments are flying in. Edouard has just scored for Palace.
Wow.
So, thanks for keeping us updated, guys. Right, let's go back to Harry. Harry says, have we been to an NFL game yet at the new stadium? I haven't. I don't think you have, Gary, have you?
No, I haven't. I believe one of our pals has been to the stadium for the boxing, though.
Yeah, so our mate went to Anthony Joshua fight. And he said he loved it. But NFL, would you go to an NFL game?
Yeah, I've had the chance. I've actually got friends who are from America and they're absolutely mad about NFL. I think their local team is Seattle Seahawks. Was it Sounders? No, Sounders is that's the football. That's the soccer, the football team, isn't it? No, the American. Yeah, it's the Seahawks. That's right. Seattle Seahawks is their local team, and I believe they were due to come to the stadium, but obviously I think because of the COVID or the delay to the stadium, they never come. But yeah, I think if I do go, I'd love to go with them and watch the Seahawks.
I have to say, but I do appreciate people watching the stream and having the Arsenal game on as well. Thank you for everyone that is multitasking. I do appreciate it. But yeah, Guaito made a great save. That's before it went 2-1. Newcastle will be full of lone players to start with. No one's commuting if they hover over the Turner Europe. I don't know what he's saying there.
Yeah, we get the gist of it. But yeah, I think there's a couple of one or two decent free agents they could probably sign in now, aren't they? I think Jerome Boateng's still on a free, is he?
Yeah, I've not heard nothing about him. Yeah,
no, I haven't either. I think the other player they could probably sign is Fernando Llorente.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they didn't go for like a Martial. I think
Martial. I think an ambitious signing. I think one ambitious signing for them in next summer could be Gareth Bale.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that free agent?
Yeah, I think his contract runs out at the end of this season.
Yeah.
And his contract will run out, and they'll pay him. They could match his wages. They say, come here, another £600,000 a week.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the Vitesse on Thursday. Are you getting into the Conference League a bit more now?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's just something to watch on a Thursday night, I guess. But yeah, I do get into it. But I thought, we'd be seeing a few more young players playing in this as well. I don't really like, now that we've seen more or less what the strongest starting 11 is now, I don't really want to see them playing on Thursday night. But the thing is, they're going to have to because the squad's so thin. So probably like Højbjerg, Kane, Son might feature in this one as well. But I think the rest of the team will be able to have a rest. I think Lo Celso will play this one. Romero will probably be rested. Royale will probably be rested. And Reguilon as well.
But yeah, it's a strange one. This one, I actually think we're in quite a tough group. Rennes are meant to be flying in Ligue 1, and Vitesse, they're meant to be quite a decent side as well. So I think it's quite a tough. When group,
when I do my European both teams to score bets, I do have a look at the Dutch league at times as well. And they're with Vitesse, they're a team who look like, I don't know what their Champions League spots are in the Netherlands. I don't know if it's top 2 or top 3, but they look like the sort of team. But they hover around the top 4. But I don't think being 4th is a Champions League spot in the Netherlands. But I think it could be the top 2 or the 3rd could be the Europa. But yeah, they look like a sort of team who do fight with the Ajax, PSVs, Feyenoord. They are quite a good team from what I've seen. But I know one player who played for them once upon a time was Wilfred Bonny.
Okay, yeah.
And I believe Chelsea send a lot of their loan players there as well.
Yeah, I remember Mason Mount being there and Lucas Piazon.
Yeah, I've heard of him. There was another lad as well called Lewis Baker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember him.
I think Marco Van Ginkel, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sounds right. But
could be, yeah.
Quite interesting to see the side we put out on Thursday. I'd like to see Gil, but then again, I'd like to see Gil on Sunday. It's a shame that it's a massive game Sunday. We'll come on to West Ham shortly, but the way we've performed against Palace, Chelsea, and Arsenal has been disgraceful, pathetic. So we
Yeah.
really need a performance on Sunday. But with Vitesse, then what are you predicting? Score wise, or there's comments in the chat. Oh no! Every time the comments go, I think there's a goal. Roy says should play Bergwijn, Gill, and Scarlett up front. I don't know about Scarlett.
No, I'm not too sure about Scarlett either. I think probably Kane, because I think with Kane, he only had 75 minutes international football last week. He obviously didn't play against Andorra, 75 against Hungary, obviously the 90 minutes yesterday. I mean, I'll probably play Kane. I think he likes to have the minutes to his name, so I'll probably play him, but not for like the whole 90 minutes, for about 70, 75 minutes there as well, keep him fresh for West Ham. But the thing is, we've got no strike option up top, just Kane. Maybe push Son there, maybe play Lucas there. But when it comes to strikers, we've got no options really. But I mean, we want Dane Scarlett to perform, but he is inexperienced. I think if we wanted backup striker, I don't think we should have sent Troy Parrott out on loan. I think he should have stayed.
Yeah, I mean, Scarlett had a very good opportunity. I mean, he had played. Did he play 90 minutes against Mora? Where he started.
No, it was 60 minutes.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, that's enough game time to at least, make a name for yourself. He didn't really get involved in the game enough.
No, probably didn't get the service. Maybe. I mean, this is a time when we was on the back of our slump and needed the experience there. But yeah, I do want to see him come good. I want to see him come good like Mason Greenwood has for Man United. That's the sort of player I want to see.
With the Conference League, I feel like we might not see the end of this Conference League. I could definitely see us being back in it with Newcastle now being taken over,
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Conference League will get a lot more prestigious because there is going to be another team up there now in the mix, So we've got United, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Leicester, Spurs, Newcastle, and that's 8. So,
I mean, if teams like Everton have a good run as well.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Everton, West Ham still look promising.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could miss out on European football together. I mean, I think even now, I'm a bit worried about. Do you think we'll get European football, like any form of European football this season?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I think it just depends how we see out until January, and obviously if the club invest in a couple of players in January, because we are going to need them, because I think eventually these players are going to burn out. And I think what hasn't helped as well is the internationals. I feel like we've just had shitload of internationals and players coming back COVID and just jet lagged. I think if with the internationals, they need to be sorted in another way to stop disrupting the season. But yeah, I think we just need a bit more depth. Hopefully by then more and more young players come through. But yeah, we just have to see. I think it's down to the board at the end of the day, whatever they want.
I think we've got one more international break this year, which is depressing. I think there was one in November.
It's the last one more in November, and then after that, there's no more till about March.
Yes, but it's very typical Spurs. I think you know the way Daniel Levy works, and until Kane or Son get injured, then we're going to start panicking. But if they're actually fit, it doesn't matter if they're fatigued. If they're fit enough to play, then Levy don't seem there to be a problem. He's happy. He's like, yeah, you got 2 strikers. He seems to think that's enough. But what's your prediction then for Thursday?
For Vitesse, well, I think we'll probably half and half rotate, and a couple of first team players to play. I think we can nick a win. I'm probably going to go for 2-1.
Yeah. I've just got to let my dog out of the room. She's trying to get out of the room, so bear with me.
Oh, mate, I can talk to the fans if you want. Oh, there we go. So yeah, here I am on my own. So yeah, what can we talk about? So I think when Tel comes back, we're going to be previewing. West Ham. This is a fixture I absolutely dread. After the North London derby, this is a fixture I just dread. The fans just seem up for it. I think even the players are just up for it. They know it's a London derby. So it's another London derby for us as well. We haven't done well in London derbies so far this season, so it'd be nice to actually win one this year, and to win the first one of the season against West Ham would be nice. That'd be 3 wins out of 3 in the Premier League. Well, from Villa, Newcastle, and if we win against West Ham on Sunday, that'd be 3 wins on the bounce, and we'll be up there. If we beat West Ham on Sunday, we'll be up like top 3.
That's the thing, yeah. It'll be 3 wins, 3 losses, and then 3 wins.
Last time we had 3 wins, we had 3 losses. So, I don't know, but saying about the West Ham game, looking at this fixture, to me, it's a winnable game. It's another winnable game, and what I've noticed as well with West Ham, they have a Europa League game and they suffer a European hangover.
They're not used to it. It's a good point.
No, yeah. but we've suffered it before. I remember the first season was in the Champions League. We was beating half flying into Milan, and then we had Bolton on a weekend. Then we lost, and then there's another times as well. We'd have a European fixture, and then we play teams like Stoke and West Brom, and we lose.
Yeah.
So it does happen. It does. It's just a European hangover. I think what we've done recently is just rotate the sides. But I've noticed when West Ham play their matches in Europa League, they play a full strength team. So, but at least with us at times, we rotate the players, give them, 15, 20 minutes. But West Ham will play their full team. So we'll see. But as I just said while you was off camera, it is a fixture I dread. After the North London derby, it's one fixture I just dread.
I don't dread it that much. I don't know. The Arsenal game's the worst. Chelsea, yeah. I never expect to beat Chelsea. Arsenal.
No, I'd sooner play Chelsea than I do West Ham. I think what it is, I think it's the area we're from. We're just surrounded by West Ham fans. But yeah, it's a strange one. We go to the London Stadium or Upton Park over the years. They just always seem to have a good game against us. They're really always up for it. Always. They could be in the worst form of their life, but they still turn up for this one.
Yeah, Mikel Antonio loves it, doesn't he?
Oh, he loves a goal against us. We've had the banter before from players like Mark Noble. I think Declan Rice loves it as well.
And then even like Lanzini, that screamer last year.
Yeah. Another one. He doesn't get in the team much. I think he's like injuries, and then Lanzini always seems to get a goal. So it's just annoying.
Yeah. Roy says West Ham coming onto us with confidence may play into our hands, which is true. I mean, they did lose to Brentford.
Yeah.
The other week. Was it 2-1 or 3-2?
2-1. I think Brentford got a last minute win there.
Yeah. So I mean, they are beatable at home. I mean, they will come on. I think so. They will come on to us. They will push men forward. And yeah, I'm not sure who they're playing on Thursday night. Do you have any idea?
No, I've not got a clue. I'll be honest with you. Is it Rapid? No. Is it? I was going to say, is it Vienna? It's only a wild guess.
That's the only game I've seen advertised in like the Metro newspaper. I think I've seen it advertised. But yeah, it probably is Rapid Vienna. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's a tough game or not. I'm not sure if they're any good. Rapid Vienna. I've heard of them, but I couldn't tell you anything about them.
No.
But, yeah, would you go with the same 11 for West Ham?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think. Yeah, I would go with the same 11. The one that beat Newcastle, one that beat Villa. I think it's a case of if it's not broken, it don't need fixing. So, but yeah, I think obviously keep the players fresh. I'd say drop in Ndombele for Thursday, just keep them fresh. The same with Reguilon, same with Romero, same with Royale, same with Højbjerg and Skip. I mean, I'll probably give Højbjerg and Skip a few minutes on Thursday because they're just fit lads. They could play 90 minutes Thursday, 90 minutes on a Sunday, and they can do it back to back. They just seem like the sort of players who never get injured. So,
in the Arsenal game, Kieran Tierney's just at the bar.
Oh, he's in my dream team, actually.
Don't say that. Don't say that. But yeah, I'd be amazed if Ndombele starts against Vitesse.
Vitesse, yeah.
Surely he's going to be rested. But if we win that, I mean, we need a big win. We had the statement win against Man City, and then we built on it results wise, but we didn't build on it performance wise, did we?
Yeah.
I mean, the win against Wolves and who's the third game?
Watford.
Yeah, they weren't convincing, but so yeah, I'd really love to see a convincing win. I'll take any win, of course, but if we can get a little bit of a gap between Man United before we play Man United, is that next weekend? Yeah, it is next weekend.
No, we've got no gap because we've got West Ham on Sunday, then we've got Burnley on Wednesday in the Cup.
Yeah, and then United.
And then Man United, yeah.
Yeah, so it would be nice if we do beat West Ham. I mean, we'll get a gap between West Ham as well. So, yeah, the table. I don't like looking at the table. I wouldn't say we're the 5th best team in the league right now. Would you?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, if you want to look at it another way, where you could say we're joint 4th with Brighton of all teams. You know, Brighton are in the top 4. But I've noticed they're fading slightly as well, so I think they could drop off. I mean, they drew to Norwich at the weekend. For me, that's probably a winnable game. But I heard Norwich had their chances, so I don't know. Maybe Brighton could be fading, but yeah. I don't know. But like I say, I mean, you know, we had those 3 losses against the London clubs, Palace, Chelsea, and Arsenal, and now the league table's looking a bit more healthy again. So, you know, the win against, you know, if we win against West Ham or even get a draw against West Ham, draw wouldn't be a bad result. But you know, if we get another win, we'll be. I mean, depending on how the results go, because teams like Man United as well are sort of dropping off a bit.
Yeah. So would you take a draw on Sunday? I think I would.
I probably would, but I mean, deep down, I don't wanna. I do want to win, but I don't want to draw against West Ham. I want to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd sooner take a draw against Man United at home the week after, as long as we beat West Ham. But I don't mind it if it was, say, a draw to West Ham and then we went on to beat Man United.
Yeah, so it will be a tough game. I'm guessing, same type of lineup then, like we said. What's your score prediction then?
Oh, I hate doing score predictions. I'm going to go. What do you reckon? The Spurs win 2-1.
2-1. And Vitesse, I don't know if I asked you. Did I ask you that one?
I think I said 2-1 on that one as well.
You think that would be lovely though, wouldn't it? That would be what? Beat Mora. Who else we just played? Beat Villa. Newcastle.
Beat Newcastle. Beat West Ham. Beat Burnley. Beat Man United.
then Nuno can go to Newcastle.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's. The criticism from Nuno a few weeks back sort of turned around a bit now. Probably trying out a new system, and you know, so far so good. And it looks like he might have found his strongest starting 11. So we'll see.
One player we haven't mentioned tonight is 2 players. One, not a big fan of no more. Ben Davies. I mean, he's back from injury. Do you expect to see him on Thursday night?
Yeah, I think he will play. He'll probably play on Thursday, I reckon.
And then the other one, Steven Bergwijn. He's got a 100% win record in the Premier League so far this season.
Oh, has he? Oh, that's good to know.
He started the first 3 games of the season, and that was the 3 wins. So it was when he got injured, is when our form dropped. So it'll be interesting for Sunday. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Bergwijn could start Sunday. He needs a goal though, Bergwijn, don't he?
He does need a goal. Yeah, I think get some goals to his name because he's a good player, really good player. But I think with the depth we've got on the wings, I don't know if we can transfer someone like Bergwijn to a striker. I don't see why we don't try it.
Yeah, he does make the runs. He's quite good at off the ball runs. But
I remember when we played Man United, it was the Project Restart, the first one, and he actually scored in that one, and he took that goal like a centre forward.
It was 1-1. Was it 1-1?
Yeah, it's 1-1. Yeah.
Yeah. Roy thinks 2-2 on Sunday. George, if you're in the comments, let us know what your score prediction is for the weekend.
We've got no Lask. Where's Lask tonight?
Yeah, Lask has gone missing tonight.
Oh, where's Lask? He probably didn't get the notification that we was going live.
He's a Newcastle fan now.
Oh, don't.
But yeah, I don't know about Sunday.
It is a tough one. It's just one of them fixtures.
It's because they turn up. They always turn up.
Oh, it's frustrating. But I just hope that the way we played against Newcastle, the way we played against Villa, I just hope that Tottenham team turns up. You know, at least just try and get the win. I know that, but I think the only thing that could go against them is that they'll suffer a European hangover.
All right, I'm going 2-0. Son's going to get both. He loves a goal against West Ham.
Yeah, he does. Kane scores a couple against West Ham as well.
George is going 2-1 win. So a bit of confidence in the chat. It's good to see. I mean, Roy said 2-2, but no one's predicting a defeat, which is nice for a change. So, yeah, I mean, another week. I forgot the score now. Beat Newcastle. That was it, yeah. I felt like we played 2 games. But yeah, another win. So 2 wins on the bounce. Nice to see. And then next week we've got Carabao Cup football to preview. So that'll be an interesting one. You look forward to that one? That'll be interesting for
just as long as it just as long as it doesn't go to penalties.
Yeah, we'll be there all night.
But then again, the penalties I've seen recently have been pretty good. So I think Reguilon stepping up, taking a penalty. Even Brian Gill can take penalties.
Yeah, it's interesting. Brian Gill played in the Nations League, didn't he, the other night?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he played against Hugo Lloris, and
he's almost keeping fresh, playing for Spain instead of playing for us.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you know or if anyone in the chat knows, but I know Tottenham under 23s are playing West Ham under 23s tonight.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah, I don't know what the score is. I know players like Markande are playing. Divine.
Yeah, it's 3-3 at half time. So,
was it really?
Yeah. So I don't know what the score was. So
that's a good old game to watch.
Noel John got 2 and Alfie Devine got 1. So
yeah, he's a good player, Alfie Devine. I think he's going to be another player to watch in the future. I think he could develop like how Oliver Skip does.
Yeah,
we definitely got some midfield options in that academy. You got Devine, you got Noel John, who's popped up a few times.
And then Makande,
yeah, I think he's a winger or a forward. But if like I said, if any of these youngsters can step up, make a name for themselves this year, it'd be a massive help to the first team. Really? What a shame. Well, they're not winning, so that's important.
I would say that. I bet they. Okay, at least it was 10 seconds left. But all right, let's end it there.
Hang on, is it going to VAR? Please say it goes to VAR.
Let's leave it there in case they get a winner.
Yeah, we better go. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for everyone that tuned in tonight. Yeah, very happy to see us back to anyways, winning another game of football. I mean, it's a tough watching Nuno ball, but we got to do it. We ain't got much choice at the moment. But yeah, we'll be back here next week discussing Vitesse, and the West Ham game. But let's hope we do West Ham. We really need to beat West Ham. Gary's stream goes at the 50-minute mark every time. But yeah, thanks to everyone that tuned in tonight. And yeah, hopefully see you back here next week, same time, Monday night. This is the Monday Night Spurs Show. Tottenham!